very tired and sleepy Jason J. Daniel, because that is one of the most boring games I've ever watched in my life. Thanks for joining us, guys. We're here to talk about the WNBA All-Star Game. I don't know why I'm doing it. I don't know why I wasted 2.5 hours of my life. That was one of the worst games, I think, in the history of games that anyone could ever watch. I was questioning my moral compass by the end of the first quarter. I'm like, what's wrong with me? Do I have a problem with sports that I make myself watch the worst shit ever? This is the worst product ever. Lee Richardson, what's up, my friend? The Sage, he's the Sage of the show. The Sage Lee Richardson says on YouTube, good evening, my friend. The game was like an over-the-counter Ambien. Yeah, 100% like an Ambien. And I'm probably going to get up and start making some pancakes at 3 a.m. just because my system is shocked by what I put myself through. I can't even get my words out. Guys, thanks for watching. We're live on YouTube and TikTok. I thought I'd get on and just talk about this game. Thank you to the faithful. Only the hardcore people would be watching this late at night. We do not have a guardian of the chat tonight on TikTok. Desiree's taking the night off, so you've just got me. Guys, thanks for watching. We're looking for 10 new followers on TikTok. WNBA fan Skippy, Donnie, guys, thanks for joining. Purple Nanny, thanks for joining. Guys, if you have any questions, throw it in the chat. I'll just give you my thoughts and comments. I promised that we would break this game down, and there are going to be people who are going to think, they're going to wake up tomorrow morning and think this was a great game. This is one of the worst games ever. And I think it's important that I break down that distinction for you. If you're a new fan, you should have expectations that are way beyond the garbage you watched tonight. Yes, Caitlin hit 5 threes, which was fun in the first half. I think it was all in the first half. And there were some interesting moments, but I am convinced that the WNBA's product is so bad most of the time that you can't have an all-star game. It does not deserve an all-star game. This was a disservice to the fans. The MVP, okay, if the all-star game was Jonquel Jones, I don't have a problem with Jonquel. I like saying Jonquel Jones, Big Jones. I like saying Jonquel Jones's name. I like Jonquel's game. But Jonquel's not an all-star, one, and how in the hell is she the MVP? That shows you how bad and mediocre this freaking game was, that Jonquel Jones is the MVP. When you have Caitlin Clark standing there and Olivia Miles, let's just be honest, she is the real deal. You've got Asia Wilson somewhere in the back. Hell, give it to Angel Reese. Okay, at least she's a brand. At least she's technically a star because of her fame. Why would you give the MVP to someone no one's going to care about next year? Let's be honest. This is not how you run an organization. Guys, thanks for joining me. I'm being hard tonight. It's tight, but it's right. I'm going to be hard tonight, okay? So we have the chat on YouTube. Guys, if you want to jump in, the chat will show up on the screen here. And we're simulcasting, guys. We're on TikTok and YouTube. Guys, thanks for joining us. We have some folks in the chat. Let's see here. Thanks that have joined. Let's see here. Let's get some comments here. A post shooting. I'm not sure of the name of this individual. Sorry, I can't see your name. A post shooting threes, by the way. Not sure what that means. Thanks for the hearts. Oh, Jay. It's no, maybe it's not Jay. Sorry. Sometimes it's tough to read your names. Thanks for the hearts, guys. I mean, it was just basically a game where you're shooting threes. There was a dunk. Okay, there was a dunk, right? Let's see here. That was pretty crazy. The 20-year-old had the dunk. Maria Rivera, good to see you on YouTube. Hello, Jay. Hello to you. I hear you, buddy. So boring and painful. It was painful. I didn't want to jump on and be critical because I can be hypercritical. And there's a time and place for being critical. And there's a time to be nice. Now's not the time to be nice. This is one of the worst things I've ever watched. I watched a lot of all-star games just like you in a lot of different leagues. I've never seen a game this bad. Last year's game was even better. The game before that had Caitlin Clark, which there was excitement. Look, I just, the failure of this whole entire organization is that they think they did this. That's the failure. They think that we're watching because of them. Did you see Holly Rowe Holly, whatever. I can't stand her. She disgusts me. I'm sorry. She is a loudmouth. She has no skill being an interviewer. She has the worst interviews. She asks the worst questions. She's terrible at football. ABC jams this monster in my face. I turn the sound down when she jumps on. I can't do Holly Rowe. I just can't. She's terrible at college football. I just can't do it. And she gets, they have this thing where all of these weirdos from the Illuminati, essentially. If you want to know who's been attacking Caitlin Clark behind the scenes and in front of the camera, it was that pack of weirdos. Right before the game, they brought all of these people on and gave them credit for no reason. No one does this, right, except for the idiotic WNBA. And Holly Rowe says, she says, we did this. First of all, who is she? We made this. This is what, like, she just started preaching to us that basically it's not about Caitlin Clark. It's about us. It's about Loserville. It's about a bunch of players that just did layups for years and no one cares about. And the stats, nobody knows if they're real. This whole thing is so pathetic. And that was such a big turnoff. That's their problem. They take themselves so seriously that when they had an MVP ceremony, they bring out Kathy, who nobody likes, and who's going to get ousted. They bring her out. She's low energy. She seems like she's drunk or something. And they pick the worst choice for MVP. I don't have a problem with their stats, but that's not an MVP. MVP is not the person who scores the most points. Do we understand these things? But we don't. So they're miseducating fans and they're fooling you. Like, we sat through this. The reason why we all sat through this was we were hoping Caitlin Clark would light it up, right? Guys, we're double digits on TikTok. Thank you for joining me on YouTube. Sorry, no Desiree tonight, so it's me. Former MVP and Finals MVP is a non-star. Jay, she's a non-star in my book, okay? And she's not famous, okay? And that's my point. See, you don't understand my point. Let me tell you. You're saying she's a former MVP, Finals MVP. That's my point. If she's your MVP, you don't have a star. Do you understand what I'm saying? You don't have all-stars if that's your all-star. She's not a star. Give me a fucking break, man. Caitlin Clark is your star. See, it's different now. See, Jay and some of you low IQ morons, sorry, I will insult you because that's bullshit. You guys who try to prove me wrong by missing my point, you have to understand, this is a new time. It's a new league. Everything is new. You now have stars, okay? You have Olivia Miles as a star. Look, anybody else could have on that court. You have more stars than her. That's my point. She's not your star for an MVP. She shouldn't be getting MVPs. Give me a freaking break, man. If she's your Finals MVP, then why do you have Big Stewie? Why is she your star if Jones is your MVP? Come on, man, wake up. But thanks for watching. Money Pearl, what's up, my friend? I am annoyed by this terrible All-Star game. Money Pearl is my man. Good to see you back to YouTube. You guys can disagree with me, and I'm fine with that tonight. We're in double digits on TikTok and YouTube. But you have to understand, I'm here to educate you. That was not an All-Star game. Half of those players you can't name. Half of those players have no skill to their game. Half of those players are the only players that are known on their teams. We have people who are voting for players and you don't know if they're good or not. They're not that good. Half of them are mediocre. They're terrible. Caitlin Clark comes in and hits 4 threes. Nobody else had that heat. Yes, you had a couple of moments, but she's your star. Olivia Miles was playing effortless. Look, I would have said give her the MVP, a rookie. That would have been more interesting to me because she's a legitimate star. Does Jonquel Jones sell tickets? Hell no. Does Olivia Miles sell tickets? She does now. Caitlin Clark. Now, Becker's played a terrible game. But you see my point? This is why it's so frustrating that you watch the WNBA and they just don't get it. We don't want everyone having equality. And now you're the MVP this year. Now you're the MVP because 22 points is the MVP. Come on, man. It's a joke. The MVP is somebody they left her in there to score so she could be the MVP. Come on, man. It's a joke. Let's see here. Maria Rivera. I agree about Holly. She should have apologized to Cece for saying OM had a record that Cece has. Yeah, she's a moron. Yeah, Holly Rowe is a moron. She's just a big mouth. She's creepy. If you watch her on college football, she's all over the dudes. It's cringy. She does social media where she's trying to dress up like she's some hot chick hanging out with the young, like the Heisman guys. She is an embarrassment to ABC, and she's a terrible journalist. She makes mistakes. She doesn't know what she's saying. She asks the worst questions in the worst moments. She's she's an abomination. And the only reason I watch this because the big three, Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, and Kelsey Mitchell. They barely talked about Aaliyah Boston, by the way. So it's frustrating to me. Kelsey Mitchell should have got more playing time. I don't know. It's just frustrating. Corinthian, Jonquel Jones, the household name to hardcore WNBA fans, which is, well, it doesn't matter, dude. Corinthian, I love your name, by the way. Am I saying it right? Corinthian? I don't care about hardcore WNBA fans. We're doing this for mainstream fans. You should, and look, let me help you. It's a commercial. The All-Star Game is a commercial for people who don't normally watch it. No one is excited about 22 and whatever, 13 and 8. She's not an MVP, man. If you had made Caitlin Clark the MVP, that would have been exciting because she's a star. But no one wants to make her the MVP because they don't want to create more controversy because you hardcore fans, you call yourself the hardcore, there's the hardcore fans of the WNBA. I mean, that blows my mind. You hardcore fans, and first of all, I'm pretty much a hardcore fan. I've been watching it religiously for 3 years, and I'm wearing the shirt. So you should chill on that. You guys have some sort of monopoly on being a better fan than the rest of us. You need to understand and open your eyes that we're all fans now. We're all in this together, and you need an all-star game that grows the fuck up. That was the worst all-star game ever. It was the worst. I would rather go tournament. Do a tournament style. Do 3-on-3. That would be cool. Have a tournament all day. That would be cool. Because then you get 3 players who care. Half those players didn't care. So that's part of it. All-stars should care. In the old days, an all-star game would have defense, and you'd be like, oh, shit, Caitlin's going to match up with Miles. Oh, shit. Nobody matched. Now, they were on the same team, but my point is, nobody matched up. You had a little bit of Caitlin and a little bit of Kelsey, but they weren't matching up. I'll blame Caitlin too. There was no intensity. It's so funny. They want to beat each other up on the court. They want to bring violence on each other. The WNBA Fight Club is hot during the regular season, but All-Star, we get nothing. It was just, why was I watching this, man? I'm feeling bad that I paid attention to this. Guys, we're in double digits on TikTok and YouTube. We're simulcasting on TikTok and YouTube. And I do appreciate the WNBA hardcore fans. I do. But don't try to say I'm not a hardcore fan. I know as much as you do, but I don't care about the past of the WNBA because it doesn't matter. Now it's a different time. Guys, thanks for following and thanks for watching. Marine Mo, thanks for following me on your TikTok. We're double digits on TikTok. I got a gift. Thank you for the gifts, guys. 3 new followers. Appreciate it. We have no moderator in the chat on TikTok. So if you guys go too crazy and TikTok cuts off the chat, that's on you. Desiree's taking the night off. Chris R10, thanks for watching on TikTok. Back to Ivan Bernhardt. Good to see you, my friend. They iced out Caitlin Clark because the first half she was going off. That's a good point. You know, I think, look, the truth is, you know, Caitlin's like, whatever, they're going to, you know, my coach is going to put me on the bench, whatever, but because they can't control and everybody needs to get in there and stuff. But Caitlin Clark was hot, and she came out obviously just dropping bombs, right? I don't know. She scored 17. I don't know if Jonquel Jones scores 22 and Caitlin scores 17 and Miles almost has a triple-double. Why isn't Clark and Miles a better choice for MVP? I don't care if Jonquel Jones is the MVP of of New York City. I don't care. It doesn't matter now. She's not a star, okay? She needs to step aside and let other stars get, I mean, it's not like it was her fault, but I'm just saying, this is a new time. Beckers, you got Miles. This is a new time for the WNBA. We want actual ballers. We don't want people that are going to just be mediocre. I'm sorry. I'm just frustrated by it. I just feel like I wasted my time, man. Let's see here. Maria Rivera, Jason, please read the comment about the one about Holly. Wait, hold on. What about Holly? What did I read it? Hold on. Did I miss it? Or we said it together? I'm sorry, I missed it. I'm a little lost here. Where did it go? Or maybe I read it. Oh, Holly. Oh yeah, I did. Apologize. Sorry, I'd read it. Holly. Yeah. Holly Rowe just makes stuff up. Man, last year during the Heisman, she was all over the dudes. It was so creepy because they did extra stuff with her. And she's sitting there all dressed like overly sexy in leather and stuff. It's like so gross. And then did you see like she was at one of the events last night and she's like just raving. It's like gross. Just get out of my face, man. You're not cool, Holly Rowe. You're not cool. Just because these people get jobs with ABC, ESPN, right? They think they're cool. Then they get fired and no one cares because they're not cool. They're just annoying. Let's see here. Cooler Boy. Interesting name. I agree it was way off target. Just an unorganized game. Yes, look, I'm okay. Look, if Jonquil Jones has 30 and 15, I'm more open-minded. But 22, come on, man. And nobody played defense. That's my problem. In all-star games, you're supposed to compete. Even the announcers were just kind of trying to make up, oh, they played some defense. They're just making stuff up. There was a moment where there were 3 attempts at a tip or a layup, and they just bounced off, and there was nobody blocking anything. And then the announcers are like, oh, there's a little bit of defense. They're just making stuff up. When we watch these games, especially ABC, they will tell you things that didn't happen before your eyes because most people don't know what they're watching. It's so confusing, man. It was interesting for the first quarter, but the only reason I hung in there to watch it, well, 2 reasons. One, I wanted to see the ladies on the Fever get kind of go off, give them some time. I thought Caitlin would have a bigger game. I was hoping for that. And I wanted to be able to talk about it tonight because I'm like, look, if I'm in for a penny, I'm in for a pound. I just can't not finish out. And if Caitlin or Beckers goes off or Miles, I'm going to be upset. But Miles is interesting. We'll talk about Miles in a second. I found a lot of interesting things in her game. It's the first time I've really had a chance to watch her in depth. Corinthian, what do you think about USA Today article about Caitlin Clark? Wow. Okay. Well, look, I'll tell you what the world thinks about it. And I'll just go with that because I don't like to get into politics. If you watch my show, you'll know that, sure, there's all these politics surrounding Caitlin we could talk about. And I do talk about some of it a little bit, like the inclusivity where they preach it, but then they're hateful, and the violence. I do hit that head on. But the other stuff, I think it's nonsense to even get there, and that's not my show. Other shows do it. But the article was reprehensible. It really was. And I didn't read it. You know why? Because when I see the headline of this stuff, I don't read these things. Because the more I click and read it, the more I'm essentially giving them what they want. So I don't read this. But then it blows up yesterday, and you're asking me because it blew up, right? It blew up yesterday. It was all over. It was mainstream news. And I agree with what the mainstream news said. In fact, the reporter had to post an apology. And I'll just say this. It wasn't quite, I don't want to get into, I'll just say this. It's easier. Plus, let me be real with you. YouTube demonetizes anything where you talk politics and they don't like it. Case in point. Last night, we did a show, was it last night or the night before, the bombshell with Breonna Turner saying there was a harassment thing that was covered up. YouTube sent me a message after that video was posted and finished and said, we're demonetizing you for some kind of bad conduct. I'm like, what? So I was able to appeal it, and this morning they released it. Okay, so the AI will ban me if I do certain things and they don't like it. So let me just say this about that. She referenced a historical, terrible, brutal thing that happened. And she put it in the context of basketball. And to me, it doesn't matter if it was Caitlin. It could have been anybody. That was reprehensible. I just thought, I couldn't believe somebody would take advantage of that terrible, brutal thing that was, it's disgusting. It's a stain on America, right? And she plugs it in to try to hurt Caitlin Clark's reputation. I just don't understand it. But again, if you want to know my thoughts on Caitlin Clark derangement syndrome, go down my feed. I address it, I do videos on it, and I break down what the problem is. But thank you for watching. Connie, GPS, JP. Let's see here. Connie, thank you on TikTok. Announcers and the guests, they never brought up CC. Well, they did bring CC on. Okay, so I hear you. They brought her on. If you're talking about the All-Star game, you may have missed it. They did a split screen with her and Kelsey Mitchell. It was really cool. And they gave them a lot of time. So I thought that was really cool. And they looked like Caitlin called her sweetie or something. It's pretty cool, right? And they talked about Caitlin's like, we got 17 games. We're getting, like, she's already in the focus. There aren't, I think tonight or tomorrow they're flying out to Seattle to take on the Storm, which should be a really cool game because the Storm will probably play pretty well. Caesar said all at AT good. Corinthian, I'm an author and I wrote about Caitlin Clark's viewership and attention. She's got Corinthian. So you're an expert and I roasted you? My bad. I do appreciate, we have every once in a while I'll have college players and certain folks that know the game that come on. I appreciate that. Okay, Corinthian, I will, let me see. I will follow you. Let me see. See if I can follow you. I can't, darn it. If you haven't followed me, let me see. Oh, here I go. I can follow you. I'm going to follow you. I do see you're an author. TikTok, I have an interface where I'm doing TikTok and YouTube at the same time. I will follow you. Let's connect. I will read your article. Thanks for putting up with me. Gabby, thank you for the heart, man. Appreciate that. Connie, thank you for the roses. Guys, I do have 2 gifts that I put up there if you're interested. It's my live goal. Thank you. Keep in mind, if I hit my live goals and if you guys give me like a lot of hearts, I do get little benefits from TikTok. Thank you. Let's see. Ivan Beerhar. I'm sorry. Ivan Beerhart. Sorry with your names, guys. I apologize. On YouTube, Olivia Miles, she is slow and actually boring. I'm not sure what game you're watching. Are you watching Olivia Miles in the multiverse? Olivia Miles is fast, my friend. She was just chilling tonight. Did you see some of the passes? There was a few passes where they were so fast. I was like, that's Caitlin's speed. That's crazy. It was really cool to see her and Caitlin kind of work together. Olivia Miles is the real deal, man. She was holding back. Now, I will say this. There's all-stars in the lane, so she wasn't driving in the lane as much, right? They weren't giving her that. So she was on the perimeter, just dishing it and all that. But I also think she's trying not to show up the stars. It's her first all-star, right? So I think she's just trying to be chill. I appreciated that. But she's a killer, man. And look, their team is what could be the best team right now. So I think it's going to be cool because now the Fever will get a chance to play them, and that's going to be interesting because after Olivia Miles's emergence, we have not seen her play the Fever, so I'm excited about that. Oh, I'm getting my gifts lit up. Lynn, thank you. Thank you for the clap. Thank you, Lynn. Boom, boom, boom. We appreciate that. Johnny Dollar, thanks for joining on TikTok. Guys, double digits on TikTok and YouTube. Look, I'm a little critical of this game because just check this out. Think of it this way. I expect more. I want more. I want this league to succeed. And it is succeeding more than they ever imagined. That's why Holly Rowe brought everybody out and said, we did this. Like when she said we did this, like the reporter, understand this. The sports media, they are so intertwined in everything going on with these athletes and with these programs. They lie to you day and night, okay? The sports media is a lying machine. And they get to the point where they think they are doing it. Holly Rowe, we did this. You picked up a mic. You pushed yourself into a weird dress like a sausage. No disrespect to, I'm not shaming, but look, she's just cringy to me. You don't act your age. You act like a fool. You don't know sports. And then you get up there and say, we did this in front of the world. Somebody needs to sit her down and say, your head is so big that you are taking away from the enjoyment. That was not enjoyable to watch a member of the media get up and act like they're running the league or they're part of it. Like, am I missing something? Is she like a part owner? Let me know. Cool. I'll change my opinion. But I just thought she just takes away. I felt like this. I had to be careful. I dislike her so much because of years of her just being a puke and taking away my enjoyment. I had to be careful. I'm like, I don't want to make this I don't like Holly Rowe show, but I'm willing to go there. All right, Ivan Bernhardt on YouTube. Yeah, but you also got to realize that she's not getting a special treatment like Caitlin Clark does. She doesn't get triple teamed or double teamed or picked for 90. Are you talking about Olivia Miles? I agree with that 100%. She's not getting that. And when she started getting that, she had bad games, okay? But what I'm saying is she is the real deal as far as this is not a manufactured thing. It was earlier. Okay, they were like that first game where it was like a blowout, like she was a coming out party. Caitlin had a huge game, and historic. And then the night after, no one played defense, so she could have Miles could have a big game, and they start marketing her. Sure, the WNBA is taking advantage of it, but Miles is able to rise to the occasion. Maybe I'm pulled in by the media. I don't know, but what I saw tonight, I thought was a really solid, crisp basketball player. But let's see. I'm not saying she's better than Caitlin Clark. I'll never say that because she's not. Okay, Caitlin Clark came out and hit 4 threes really early. You didn't see Miles do that. You didn't. Miles had a solid game that you would have if you're a point guard trying to service the bigger dogs, right? I thought Olivia handled herself well. And then when there was an interview, she was very humble. Look, I think she's great for the game. That's what I think. But I'm not saying she's better than Caitlin. I'm not buying into that. There's no one better than Caitlin. Look, after the 45-10 game, there's no one better than Caitlin Clark. Everyone can just lie to themselves and say there's better players than her, but there's no one more clutch. No, there's not an assassin more vicious than Caitlin Clark. At 24, she is unbelievable. So we're on the same page, my friend. Let's see here. Let's see. Fernando Sanson. Am I saying it right? I always get your names wrong. Good to see you, my friend. Pay fans what you owe us. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Pay fans what you own. I mean, as far as like a good game, sure. But look, you've got some mediocre players in there, you know? Like when they were announcing the starters, I was watching it going, these are just mediocre to me. I mean, and Angel Reese Angel Reese is a joke, right? She did nothing. She had that one assist she had was really interesting. But did you, after that, the assist for the big three, right? And did you notice she had to run in and do a chest bump and act crazy like she was part of the moment? She just can't help herself. She's very dumb. Honestly, they were talking to her about the president coming in, and she said did you see? I don't know if she's playing a game, but she said some really dumb things that you would never say. We're an MVP too. Oh, Obama's an MVP. Like, I don't know if she's trying to be funny or make people mad, but Angel Reese is just not that smart. So I'm kind of just giving her a free pass on the me bounds. It's like, you're just a character, so it's cool. Whatever. She'll never be as good as Caitlin, and she's already bottoming out. She got traded. Okay, so once you get traded after all the hype, that means that you are a failure and you were rejected. Okay, so she's not anything anybody thinks she is. This whole double me bound thing is going to be one of the biggest scams in WNBA history. But she does have some moments. I think she has potential. I've seen her play really well at times. But I do think the whole thing's a charade. Seeker 5, good to see you, my friend. I like Olivia Miles. She's a good fit with Cheryl Reeves. Yeah, it has a lot to do with coaching. The right coach will take to the next level. And Cheryl believes in her, and that's important because Olivia is going to make mistakes as she's trying to get through. I will say this. If Olivia Miles is like the head of their offense, I know Queen Fee's coming back. Is that how you say it? Ree or Fee? Queen's coming back. Let's see how it goes. But if Olivia Miles is your offensive powerhouse, you're not winning the championship with a rookie. It's not happening, okay? So I'm not buying into this. Now, Caitlin couldn't do it as a rookie. If Caitlin can't do it as a rookie, I don't know who can do it after her, honestly. I mean, maybe somebody will. And when I say win it, I mean be the focal point of the offense, not be part of the offense. I mean the focal point, which is what they're trying to say about Miles, is she could lead a team. When you're talking about someone that's like so great and you're saying she's historic and you're trying to measure her against Caitlin, you're saying this is a leader, a future leader, and that it's an offensive leader, and she's just not. Thank you guys for watching. You guys are fun. This is a family crowd tonight. Double digits on TikTok and YouTube. Oh, Fernando. Oh, you're saying their shirt said "Pay us what you." Okay, I'm sorry, I missed that. I forgot about the shirts. Yeah, that was ridiculous last year. Their shirts last year, they said "Pay us what you owe," so fans should wear shirts saying "Pay fans what you owe them." 100%. Fee. Thank you, Maria. Fee. I know I get some of the Queen Fee. Thank you. Some of the acronyms and some of the nicknames I get messed up, but it's not out of disrespect. Let's see. So yeah, back to Fernando. That's funny. Yeah, the shirt thing. Look, they're making a lot of money now. Everybody's happy. Lobo even said the collective bargaining agreement is just historic, while Caitlin had the ball in her hand. It's interesting, right? So they will say things about the league succeeding when Caitlin's playing, And subliminally, their mind is thinking, oh, because of Caitlyn, right? So they say, instead of saying it's Caitlyn or Caitlyn did these things, they say it in generic terms. But we know what they're talking about. Let's see here. One more quarter. Oh, you're back. I remember you last time. I'm going to skip your comment because I don't know if it's going to be that interesting. But let me go to Lisa, E.G. I think Miles is so shy she doesn't like to talk. Possibly. I mean, her game speaks for herself. I think she's a good role model for children and players coming up. I like that. Look, she does get competitive. That's cool. You know, there was one moment where she was yelling at somebody. She was yelling and then walked off, and then her team kind of took the heat for her. I don't think she's that courageous when it comes to the fight and the heat, but I do think that she is got another level of speed. And look, no one will do to her what they did to Caitlin Clark. So I can appreciate the fact that people are very angry and saying Olivia Miles is getting an easier ride. Yes, she is. All right. What are you going to do about it? There's nothing you can do. That's just the way it is. It's the WNBA Fight Club. You don't talk about Fight Club. If you talk about Fight Club, they start to destroy you, which is what they did to Caitlin Clark. And yeah, look, it's a lot of jealous weirdos. It's whatever. You know, what kills me is when they put these older players on and they're like, let's just show your highlights. And it's a bunch of layups. Like, I don't care about Witherspoon's highlights. I don't care about Cheryl Swoops' highlights. I don't. Nobody did. The world didn't care. I'm sorry. No one cared about this game. The mainstream, until Caitlin Clark showed up. And I know that's tight, but it's right. Look, I've watched women's basketball, college basketball for a long time, in years. So I know what I'm talking about. And I'm not being disrespectful by saying that no one cared about the WNBA. They cared about college hoops more. More people cared about female college hoops more than the W. They never took it seriously because the W has weird rules. Their stats were fake. They had weird referees. They were playing games in barns, and the teams that had big arenas couldn't sustain it, like the Sacramento team. There's all sorts of teams over history that got washed out. So it's not disrespect to say that nobody cared about the WNBA, because nobody did until now. That's honest. Maria Rivera, Jason DM, let's see. OM hit the lottery with a good team and a coach that helps her flourish, but not better than CC. We agree. Yes, Olivia Miles is getting a free ride. Cool. Let's see if she can take advantage of it. So it's all about opportunities in sports. And yes, Cheryl's a better coach, but let's just take a look at Stephanie White right now. They're on a great winning streak. Everybody's positive. Caitlin's positive. Kelsey Mitchell. I watched Kelsey Mitchell's 30-minute interview yesterday. She's a very sophisticated, well-intentioned athlete that's looking at a PhD or something like that. Like, she's amazing. She's doing homework in the locker. Like Stephanie White is creating an environment now that the ladies can be productive in their personal life and their professional life. That's what a coach should do. So I think it's coming together. Cheryl is a better coach all around. Sure, I trade for Cheryl, but Cheryl is, unpredictable. You know, she could sit Caitlin just to do it, right? She's a little more edgy than Stephanie White. At least Stephanie White's trying to work with the players. She's more of a player's coach. So I think I have to get on board. I do. Corinthian and Seeker are talking. I love it. Let's see here. I love the WNBA. Ask me, who are my top 3 teams? Thank you for the question. It's a good one. My top 3 in as far as who I think the best teams or my most favorite teams to watch. Okay. Well, obviously I'll go favorite teams. I like to watch the Fever, obviously. Okay. Now I'm not wearing my Fever gear because this is the All-Star game. Peace, love, and understanding. I'm wearing the logo tonight, but Fever. And then I like to watch Dallas. I do. I think Dallas is a solid team. And then I think my third would be whatever team happens to be kind of playing. I don't like watching Angel Reese, but I do like the Dream, even though they're kind of mediocre. So I think Atlanta. I like Atlanta. And in a lot of cases, I like to watch the teams. I have kind of favorites of who's going to match up against the Fever, who brings the game, right? So yeah, I'd say Indiana. I'd say Dallas, and then Atlanta. But there are teams I hate to watch, but I love to hate. Like I love to hate New York. Okay, I love to hate Vegas, so I hate watch them. Right. So as far as who do I think in general, or let's say the top teams, I think Minnesota clearly. I do think I think the Fever's got to be right now 2 or 3 with their offense. They're just really tough to outscore. It's kind of impossible. And they're putting it together. They're beating good teams. They're beating weak teams. They're beating teams well. So I think the Fever would be, I'd say, in the top 3. I have to say that. Just depends on where they go from here. But offensively, you can't ignore that. I don't want to say Dallas again, but I think Dallas. So I think Minnesota, Dallas, and the Fever. Those are kind of the teams I kind of gravitate towards. But I'm open to watching any of the games that are really good. And I have the full package, so I can kind of watch any game I want to watch. So those are my top 3 teams in 2 different ways. Thank you, Corinthian. I'm absolutely right. Thank you very much. See, now we're on the same page, baby. I love it. Let's see here. Cassandra Walker. Just stop saying no one. That's the misconception. Just stop saying no one. I don't understand what you're saying. I would like to respond to it, but I don't know what you're saying. Fernando, I thought you would say Vegas. Aren't you from there? No, sir. I am from California. Okay. The Valkyries are a team I hate to watch. I'm in the Valkyries territory. So I actually think let me reframe what I was saying earlier. Valkyrie would be a team I hate to watch, but they're not one of my favorite teams, but I think they're like maybe 2 or 3 on the strength. So I'll put Fever at maybe 4. So I forgot about the Valkyries. My bad. But it's all about their defense. So they're not an offensive powerhouse, but their defense is pretty fierce. So I can see them being in the finals, But no, I'm not from Vegas. No, I'm not. I wish. If I was from Vegas, I'd be quite the sinner. Maria, I hope we treated you well the other day on courtside. Oh, are you the Maria? You're the Maria. What's up, Maria? You told me you followed me. Thank you. Yeah, you guys were great. Courtside Media has got a really cool show, and they brought me on, and it was a lot of fun. No, you guys were really nice to me. You were mean to Courtside. You guys are mean to. It was really fun. Maria, thank you. Now I can put the voice to the words. So thank you, Maria. Thank you for watching it, because there's so many streamers, and it's tough to watch everybody at the same time. Corinthian, people cared about Gino versus Pat Summitt. Oh, you're right. Thank you. You're talking about my distinction with the women's. Yes, the women's. Right. Yeah. So like this generation has forgot about how incredible the women's game was in college, which obviously fed the W. But there's a lot of great college players that could not put up with the bullshit in the W. Kelsey Plum, in an interview a couple of weeks ago, said when she came in, they brutalized her too, essentially. And they roasted her and they mistreated her because of certain aspects of who she was. I'm not going to get into the details because I don't want to trigger anybody, but she said that she got the Caitlin Clark treatment not as bad, but she got it. She said it just made me tough. So to translate from the college game to the WNBA, it basically was you got to be in the Fight Club. And I get it. I get it. Look, the pros are tougher. I get it. But I mean, it doesn't have to be violent to where we can't enjoy the game, right? So, so the women's game, that's the women's game. People cared about that. The women's game was $1 billion industry in college. I mean, and look at it now. It's still a very strong UCLA. There's Notre Dame. There's TCU. There's so many great stacked college teams. I'm looking forward to the women's college season. No one cared about the W, but now they do because here we go. The college game has developed fantastic players. And how many times do you guys want to bring up somebody's college career to me, right? Okay, well, you're proving my point. You're not seeing anything useful in the W to defend them, but you're going into their college career. Like, for example, Olivia Miles. She's done nothing in the WNBA. She's had a few games where she broke some records, but everybody has a record. You're the 5th of the 7th of the 700. It's like all this bullshit memes for the internet, right? Whatever. So you're trying to bring up fake records, and it's fine, or whatever. Just create things, fine. And her game speaks for itself. But then people want to go back to her college accomplishments to defend her or to validate her. And that doesn't work now. And it didn't work for Caitlin, and it doesn't work now. But Caitlin took her college game and elevated it. And look, it's through blood, sweat, and tears. So I expect that Miles can do that. Beckers, to me, it could do it, but she's not. I don't see her as good as she was in college as she is in the W. I just don't, because a lot of things have been handed to her. They're making her a star without really getting the stats that I think she should get. Whenever I tune in and watch Dallas, she doesn't play well for me. So maybe I'm just not watching her enough. I can't watch all these games. I do the best I can, but I don't see Beckers as some, Caitlin Clark prototype. She has some moments, but she also gets away with the travel a lot. So there's a lot of manufactured stats. One, because the refs are terrible. And two, because the refs are kind of cooking it. So I'm just excited that we're talking about it, and there's a lot of scrutiny on it, and that's going to make everything better. People care. They're double digits on YouTube, guys, and TikTok. Thank you. Corinthian, Aces and Fever are on the level below. You said Lynx and Valkyries. I can't argue with that. Valkyries are the most defensive-minded team I've seen in a long time, and what they did to the Fever and what they can do to the Fever frightens me. So I do not have hope whenever they play the Fever for the Fever to beat them. They haven't shown me, but maybe now with this new attitude they will. Corinthian, the Gabby Williams was the best free agent signing this year. I agree with that. I was glad to see her tonight. Corinthian, Corinthian. I think that's what you're. I'm trying to get your name right. Women's college on TikTok. Women's college basketball is better, in my opinion, than the W. It's longer and with more teams and tougher. 100%. Like, they battle in the Final Four. They battle. I don't see battling in the WNBA. I see battling when I watch the Fever play teams that try to knock off the Fever. I see some battling when I watch, some of the tougher teams. I just don't see the battling you see at the college level. But also, let me help you. You just don't have the coaching minds in the W you have at the college level. Just better coaching, and there's better money. So for people to say the W is better than the college game, or it's more official, just look at the money. Look at the NIL money the ladies are making. Look at the money the coaches make. Don't even talk to me about that. It's just a better product. I would never complain. It's so crazy. When I watch women's NCAA, I never complain. It's like the game. It's like, oh, right. I'm excited. I'm so excited to watch them play. Now, I did think the Final Four was a little mediocre this last year, but still, I don't have a lot of complaints at all. But when I watch the W, I have to control myself. Double digits in TikTok. Thanks for watching. Lisa E.G. says, I can't stand Paige. She's a little bit of a mush mouth. Whenever she talks, she don't talk like that. Like, I don't understand you, baby. But I do think her style is pretty cool. The ties and stuff, the masculine style. I think that's kind of cool. So I like her style. Maria Rivera, they're so good. Maria Rivera is amazing. She's you guys follow Maria Rivera on YouTube and watch her. She's one of the featured panelists on Courtside Media TV. It's a great show. You do treat him bad with love, Maria. You guys, he's a cool cat, man. You guys are cool. I wish I had what you guys have. Not that I want to copy you, but I'm jealous. So I'm going to try to mix that in a bit. I'm switching it up. So hopefully by the time we get to the playoffs, I will be able to bring you guys on. Now, definitely for football, I will, because I do that on TikTok. I do panels on TikTok. So what you guys do with him, I do on TikTok, but I'm not doing it now. Can't win for losing. Good to see you back. Paige is better than Clark. I said it's good to see you back, but I don't like you. So it's two different things. Don't say these things to me, baby. I'm trying to enjoy my night. You're a psycho. She'll never be better than Caitlin Clark. Ramona, why didn't Boston play? Good to see you, Ramona. I don't know, man. I didn't notice till the end. I'm not sure how much I'll have to get into those stats. It was weird to me. They didn't talk about her at all. Maybe she took the night off because of her injury. Maybe that's it. Maybe it was because they're all stars that make the team, but then decide not to play. Guys, just to remind you, we're double digits on TikTok and YouTube. TikTok, you will not show up on the YouTube. It's archived. So TikTok, if you want to watch the beginning of the show or watch the entire show, jump to YouTube, Jason J. Daniel. If you want to jump from YouTube to TikTok, it's real Jason J. Daniel. We're almost at 12,000 on TikTok. So thank you guys. It's all sports on both those channels. Of course, Maria Rivera, Jason, you're very kind and you're doing great. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You guys are making me better. That was a lot of work for me to do an interview with him and then do a show. It's not easy to do these things, but it's really enjoyable and fun. And I do appreciate our audiences crossing over. On TikTok, we have 6 new followers. Thank you, guys. 2,300 hearts. Thank you. Corinthian is a new friend. We're always making new friends. Maria on YouTube, who I just figured out who she was. Let's see here. Lisa, you're amazing. Lisa said her favorites are Fever, Lynx, and Valkyrie. Good stuff right there. I don't know how people can't enjoy the Fever. I mean, they're so fun to watch, especially the way they pass the ball. And look, when Caitlin was on the floor, Kelsey Mitchell was on the floor tonight, it's just a different feeling. They just have a different style, and I love it. Lisa E.G. said it was a great show. I love it. Oh, thank you. You guys love that show. Thank you. That was a lot of fun. We're going to do it again. We're talking about the when I went on Courtside Media TV. I'm going to bring him on and actually do an interview that's not live, and we'll do edits on it. Because I also do an interview style, which I like doing that, like a split screen. And then I'm going to have him come on, and we'll try to do a live where we'll split screen and we'll go live on YouTube and TikTok. That'll be so cool. So working on it. We'll do that in a couple weeks. I have to tell him about these plans. I know he's a busy guy, but I'm sure he'll be down for some of it. Carlton Ringing, good to see you. You made it on time last night. Was it last night? Sorry, I had to cut you off early. I hate how people gaslight us when we point out that the league treats Paige Olivia differently compared to CC. 100% they do. But that's part of the difference, is that the WNBA has certain people. This is how I see it. They have learned. Now, we all know. I have all these thoughts. Now, we all know that on Twitter, there's a lot of hateful accounts that are purchased by PR groups. They're run by PR companies. If you don't know that's a reality, you should take a look at the lawsuit between the movie stars. Is it Justin? Was his name Baldoni? And then, oh my gosh, I forget. She's so famous, I can't remember her name. Ryan's wife. I'm sorry, I don't mean to disrespect her. She's the gorgeous. Okay, that lawsuit. In that lawsuit, they talk about getting a PR company to create a hit campaign and to put misinformation out against each other's careers. So it's something that these companies do. The WNBA owns a lot of these accounts that you see on Twitter and TikTok that are posting like memes that are weird and hateful against Caitlyn. They're doing it. They have a PR company, it's removed. So what they do is they tune up these psychos that are not part of this, that get influenced by this social media, and then they do their own hit campaign, and they do these things to make Caitlyn look terrible. And then on the other side of it, they push Beckers and Miles, and then they have their PR companies. We're talking thousands of bots that they control, and they say things like this person here who jumped on early on TikTok that said, this one that says can't win for losing. That's the kind of style of account, and I'm not sure if that person's a real or not, but those kind of accounts are people that are paid by PR companies. I'm not saying that one specifically, but I can tell what they look like. They're paid by, and they're usually fake. They don't have an icon, right? They have like a letter, and they're paid by these companies to post these kind of things to tune people up, and it creates all sorts of drama for the social media for the WNBA, and then people watch to see the storylines, right? I know that was a long explanation, but that happens. There was another lawsuit. I forget who was in it. It's another Hollywood lawsuit where they talked about creating a hit campaign and actually lying about some kind of really nefarious stuff to try to make it hard on a producer. This is stuff that happens in these look at sharp elbows, right? So yes, they will gaslight us. They will try to pull accounts down that will fight back against the bullshit. Look, there are some famous sports people I have on Twitter roasted and said, you're hateful, this is bullshit, this is a fake narrative, blah, 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 and they'll block me. I've been blocked by, that Ochoa guy that had the thing, he said something about Caitlin Clark. He's an ex-football player that got fired from Fox for some sort of a scandal. That guy blocked me after I roasted him on a football thing. It wasn't about Caitlin, but I roasted him because they post misinformation on purpose, and he blocked me. So some famous people block me. So if you don't like me, you're in good company. I don't know. That was just a long ramble, but there you go. Carlton ringing. It's so messed up. 100%. Look it up. PR bots. Look it up. It's true. They will purchase massive accounts, and they will just they have all these email. It's an email farm. As long as you have a new email, you can get a new account on Yahoo, Twitter, whatever, TikTok as well. And have you ever wondered why somebody goes viral and like, who is this person right overnight? Have you ever wondered why a song goes viral and it's a shitty song, right? Look today, look at the person that they had at the halftime. Her name is Tyra. I don't know who that person is. Do you know that? Nobody. But that's what they'll do. They take somebody that no one knows. They'll give them a leg up, and then that person will become part of their PR family. There is a lot of money in Caitlin Clark hate. There's a lot of money in it. There are accounts that will hate on Caitlin Clark on the internet on purpose, and they will get pushed by these PR bots, and they make monetization, but they don't even care about the game. Look, it's like political campaigns. Remember in the California, I don't want to get too in the weeds, but in the California election, they were talking about one of the billionaire was paying influencers, right? That's what they do. The WNBA and the NBA will pay influencers a lot of money to promote certain agendas. Nobody's paying me, by the way. And I will say this, if anyone tried to pay me, I would tell you about it, and I would probably talk about it, and probably not. I don't know how much money it would be, but I don't know if anybody would want to pay me. It would be tempting, but I would be pure to you guys. I wouldn't take the money unless I agreed with it. Then I would say I took $10,000 to say something I agree with. But look, it's all about the money. It's a tough game, and if you do really well on social media, there's always those temptations to compromise yourself. Can't win for nothing. I have a YouTube page. Okay, look, I'm not saying you're not real, but look, your account looks fake to me. You look like a fake account. And just because you're telling me you have a YouTube page, a bot could tell me about that. But yeah, look, you're just fitting the mold because you came in, here's what you did. You came in and said, Paige is better than Caitlin, and that's what all they need to do, and you start controversy, right? Maybe you're just trying to get views. And it's not a legitimate conversation. It's just not. They're the same type of player, but they're not the same type of player. They play the same position, but they're just different. Look, Paige could not do what Caitlin could do. She can't do 45 and 10. Not many people could. I don't know who could. No one else can right now. Somebody else could maybe. We'll see. You just don't listen to R&B. Can't win for losing. Are you saying that your name is an R&B name? I mean, what does that mean? And you know what? Look, last night I was listening to James Ingram and Quincy Jones. You know who they are? I love me some R&B, baby. All right? I was listening to the Quincy Jones album, his solo album called The Duke. Okay? All right. So I do like my R&B. Don't question me on that. How many championships has Clark won? Let me see here. Well, I'll say this. Your mom's been over my house a few times, and that's all that counts. All right. Let me jump back to YouTube because you guys are better. Let's see here. A Carlton ringing, engineer manipulated bullshit, 100%. I mean, like the USA Today article was engineered bullshit. It was, or have you noticed that they're now on a campaign, right? How about that one? Caitlin Clark it blows my mind. They did an article. Now, when I say misogynists are part of this thing against Caitlin, people think I'm nuts. But when you talk about a woman going to get her hair done and criticizing her for getting her hair done, that's called misogyny. I don't care what country, what state, that's misogyny when you criticize a woman for doing something for herself, her hair, right? Well, right? That's preposterous. It's gross. USA Today did that. And nobody called them out for misogyny. I couldn't believe it. Now, here's something you guys might not believe. My background is the beauty industry. I have a background in the beauty industry, the hair and beauty industry. You might not you'd never know that, okay? So I know a lot about the hair industry. When I saw that article, it made me crazy because I thought, this is so disgusting to Caitlyn and to anyone in the beauty industry and anyone that takes hair seriously. Come on, she's famous. But she wasn't even doing it. She did her hair for a charity event. Like, there was even more to the story. The rest of the story came out today after USA Today got criticized. But what these fake media accounts do, this fake sports media, and they do it all the time with football, which makes me crazy, is they'll tell you a fake story, then the next day they'll apologize by giving you the truth of the story, but still manipulate it. I'll just call it out. I know I gave you a lot right there. I told you a lot about me, but that's who I am. Yes, that's one of my industries. I'm an entrepreneur. Shauna Cross, I turned 64 watching this game. Happy birthday to Shauna Cross. I think you're saying you turned 64, or does that mean you turned around 64 times? If you did that, you kind of need a priest. Don't call me. Maria said, Jason, I love the stud buds. Love CC, and they were cute when they got her sneakers. That was pretty cool. I saw that. Caitlin Clark's sneakers are really cool, man. They are going to take over the world. The CC ones are cool. I love it. I love it. I'm going to try to get me some when I can. Can't win for losing, got pinned. Is Desiree here? Did Desiree show up? You did, Desiree. Desiree, I'm sorry I didn't text you. I just jumped in. You were having a nice night, so I was letting you enjoy your night. Can't win for losing, got pinned on TikTok. Clark has never won championship in high school, college, or in pros. But your mom came over 3 times. I told you that. Like, you keep wanting me to talk about your mom. So the more you talk about this, I'm just going to tell you about the good time I had with your mommy. By the way, I'm your new daddy. Okay, so I don't care about you anymore because you're just being foolish. And you're clearly not grown up. Only non-grown ups say that. And by the way, you don't win championships and come on. In high school. I mean, sure, you can have a high school championship, but that doesn't matter about anything. Come on, man. See, the fact that you brought up high school means you're probably just not 21. So get off my feed, by the way. This is for adults. Adults only. Let's see here. They were just super nice. Shauna Cross. They were just super nice, playing nice, but take the nicest one night in lieu of murder ball. Yeah. I did it. Look, I enjoyed everybody being really nice. I enjoy that. And, I guess there's just 2 modes. There's everybody's nice, and then there's everybody's nasty. I'll take the nice, I guess. It just wasn't competitive at all. The first quarter was interesting because Caitlin was lighting it up. Caitlin has said she just wants to play ball. What's up, Smarty5? Or Smarties? Smarty5? Yes. Caitlin, look, she just wants to ball. She has done a lot of interviews about the last couple of weeks in the last few days, and she's been asked some tough questions. She's being very honest. Her theme is, look, I'm just human. And it's a good PR thing that she's repeating something they're telling her. I'm just human. I'm trying to figure my life out. I'm only 24. I have really, really hard days. I mean, her response is really powerful. It's really hard to get somebody, for example, not to pick on Angel Reese, but I'm going to pick on her because she says really dumb things. But when you're 24, 23, you say dumb things. But the fact that Caitlin Clark doesn't, that blows my mind. The fact that she met Obama and was able to articulate what Obama said to her in a really I guess, factual manner and not like fangirling it, it was just really cool. Like, she's just got a level of sophistication that is mind-blowing, and I think that's what makes the media so mad is they can't crack her. Look, if Caitlin Clark came out and told somebody, I hate this, like if she ranted and really went nuts, it would never be they'd never let it go. It would be the biggest story in the world. She really is controlling her own narrative. Let's see here. Can't win for losing, keep for sports. Look, if you keep talking to me, I'll keep telling about how you and your mom are coming over and begging me to have fun. Look, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm taking it too far with you, but we'll just keep blocking you if you try to annoy me. Brian, what's up, baby? Thanks for coming back. Schweigel, I got that one right. Seeker 5, I can tell you no one in Iowa cares about finding second. The goal from the beginning was Final Four. Yes. Yeah, look, it's Iowa. Seeker, I think you're in Iowa, right? Yeah, I think you're in Iowa. Yeah, the goal is always Final Four. That's always the goal because it's just you just don't know what's going to happen after the Final Four. Lisa, what kind of shampoo do I use? Good question for a hair person. Depends on the type of hair. Okay. First of all, what is your hair texture, right? What kind of products do you use do you dye your hair? Are you a blonde? If you're a blonde, there's different shampoos. Do you put protein in your hair? Have you colored your hair in the last 6 months? There's all these questions. Do you don't want to use a clarifying shampoo if you have color in your hair? Do you use demi-permanent color? Also, how hard is your water? Do you have a water softener? See, there's a lot of things you don't think about when you talk about your hair. But right now, what I'm using is the Paul Mitchell. It's a professional brand, Tea Tree Special. It smells like mint. I love using that. And I also have a men's shampoo that I use. I have more than one shampoo. Smarty, she wanted the players to give the fans their money's worth. Much respect. 100%. You're talking about Caitlin? I like that. She did say that she was like, hey, when they were talking to her in the interview, she was saying, yeah, I was trying to encourage everybody. Let's just try to win this. But she's the only one that really tried to win it. Let's see here. Seeker, it's good to see you. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's go back to YouTube. I think, we're more than an hour. We're more than an hour, and I'm just talking about shampoo. So, Maria, I like all of her sneakers. Yeah, she's got a lot of, if you follow her on Instagram, she's got a lot of different colors. Let's see here. Maria again. Obama was happy about meeting the players, but was very excited about meeting CC. That was really cool. I thought that was very cool. I liked Obama's advice to her. He was talking about, I got famous when I was in my 40s. You're famous at 24 and you're handling it so well. It's crazy. It blows my mind that she is handling it so well because at 24, I was a lunatic. I was a young entrepreneur and I had a little bit of success and I lost it all because I went out and bought a fast car and got together with a really bad woman that was not good for me. And it just, like that, I was out of business. Oh, you're in right, Seeker, you're in Houston. Right on. You grew up in Iowa. Right on. Maria said it's been a long day. Maria, you and we agree. It's been a long day. Jason, nice speaking to you. Thank you. Have a good night. Have a good night, everyone. Guys, Maria's awesome. Thank you, Maria. She knows her stuff. And on that note, we're going to chime out. Let's see here. Seeker, Obama talked to CC like a dad. I love that for her. That was really good advice, huh? It was really a lot. And when you watch that clip of him, he's basically saying, he said something like, I only watched it once, if I'm getting it wrong. He said, all that stuff they're doing to you, he understood. He said something about they're just going to attack you. Oh yeah, it was like, let it run off. Like you can't make everybody like you. There's going to people are going to hate you. It was really, and behind the scenes, he met with her and probably told her some really serious stuff. It was really cool. And it was cool that they were connected with him and the library and all that. Chicago was a cool place for the All-Star game. It was cool. Corinthian, the 23-24 NCAA season after was the best season in any women's basketball year of all time. Yeah, I can't disagree. That was I'm excited also. I thought the Final Four was not as great last year as it was in that year. But I'm looking forward to this year. Okay. Let's see here. Thank you, Smarty, for the good advice. Was it the hair advice? The shampoo advice? If you guys want to do hair advice, I can do that. I had Desiree knows. She knows my background. Yeah, in fact, it's funny because on Monday, in 2 days, I'm actually going to do a lecture on hair. I'm in the business. I mean, well, I retired from the business. So I'm kind of like, I'm still called upon to do stuff in hair. If you, here's a secret. If you go down the rabbit hole, the very, very beginning of my account, my YouTube account 10 years ago, I have a lot of my hair shows on there. I started this as a hair account. So there you go. Nice. Thank you guys. Okay. All right. Good. Yes. Lisa said Caitlin has good parents. 100%. 100%. I agree with that. All right, guys. Oh yeah. Oh, not the Smarty, not the hair advice. Not the shampoo advice. You mean he told her to ignore that stuff. Yes, that was good advice. You like how I made it all about me? All right, you guys are great. All right, thank you guys. We're gonna wrap up. You guys know we won't do the commercial. You guys know this is a home crowd. Thank you. Double digits on TikTok and YouTube. 800 views on TikTok tonight. Thank you. 4 gifts. You guys are great. Lynn, Shaky gave me a rose. Connie, Gabby hearted me earlier. Lynn gave me the clap. Not the clap. That gave me the. It's called the clap clap. She gave me the clap clap. Desiree chimed on late. Thank you, Desiree. She had part of the night off. We have Maria, Lisa, Carlton ringing. Lee Richardson joined in early. Fernando joined in on YouTube. You guys are great. Still double digits there. Good night, everyone. Also, Corinthian, thanks, Coach. I reached out. Check your DMs. Hopefully, thank you. It's hard. I get a lot of my DMs are turned off because they get crashed, but I will see. Sometimes they come through, and I'll try to find yours. The $2.99 membership, not to sell it to anyone, but if you get the $2.99 membership, the DMs go right through to me. It's one of those things. But let's connect. Look, I'm down to connect with good sports people. $2.99 subscription. Thank you, Desiree. To get in our fantasy league, it's going to be bonkers. It's the greatest fantasy league ever. Desiree and I will be doing a show in the next upcoming weeks, right around preseason. It's just going to be me and her, and we're going to talk about the fantasy league, and you guys will have a great time with that. It'll be a lot of fun. $2.99. It jumps to $10 in the preseason. It's the greatest fantasy league ever. You guys can join it on TikTok and YouTube. YouTube, don't hit the button on the app, because if you hit the button on the app for Apple, it'll charge you an extra $1. You can get the cheaper purchase by jumping to your browser, log in, and then go to my page. Also, guys, hype this up. If you can hype 3 videos a week on YouTube, go to underneath this and hype it up. Do that little hype slider. It doesn't cost you a thing. It's free hype points. It's like boosting my show. Thank you. A like is tremendous. Commenting is tremendous. You guys are great. Also in YouTube, if you chat, it doesn't count as a comment. It counts as the live chat. So if you go to the video after and put a comment, that is cool too. All of that helps the algorithm. You guys are amazing. Thank you. I'm going to sign off. God bless you. Stay safe. And next live will be Tuesday night. It will be a late one. They play 9:30. Fever play 9:30 Eastern, because they're going to be on the West Coast. 6 o'clock my time. So the show for you guys is going to be like 11 or 12 at night. But we will go on. Take care, guys. You're amazing, and have a great one. And that's I guess that's all she wrote. I'm so bad at ending these shows. I'm so bad, but we'll do it now. All right, we're gonna YouTube. Goodbye. You're going first. Take care, guys. Oh, let me see if there's any final comments. Interesting comments. Carlton Riggins said to clap. I know, right? I know. All right, I say the worst shit. Okay, take care, guys. Bye.
This is my life, my strife, my right to fight, to die on. And this is my game to play, to claim a brand new name. Oh, and I go